Hi guys, it's Cindy, aka Disney Queen. Well, hello. I know at the beginning of the month I said that I would be doing more videos. And then February happened and life got in the way. And not in a bad way. Basically, what had happened was, we got really, really busy. We had a lot of things going on in the month of February that I guess I just really didn't plan for. So, long story short, my husband did his nephew's wedding on one weekend, and then that following week we celebrated his birthday, and then that following weekend was Valentine's weekend, and he did a black men cook off with about 25 other men in my hometown. And so all of the days that I had planned on filming and editing in between hospital visits and things, basically we were on the run. So, and even at one point, one weekend, I was working on a sermon because I ended up preaching that Sunday. So that's where I've been. And so I thought I would just kind of give you another update. So one weekend, like I said, my husband did his nephew's wedding, and he officiated at the wedding. He wasn't just a guest at the wedding. Uh, it was a beautiful wedding. We had a really great time. My youngest daughter and her husband were there with us. And so we got to celebrate it together. And my husband he just was so excited. One thing for sure, it enabled him to do something that was normal. And that doesn't always get to happen. He spends so much time at the hospital doing dialysis. Is that just any time that he can do something just for the fun of it is a good day. So that was one weekend. And then into that Sunday started to bleed into his birthday. Now that week he turned 57. And the church on that Sunday, they did something for him. They surprised him, gave him some cards and some gifts. And so that's how his birthday week started out. Then on that Monday, my girls and I had been arranging to celebrate his birthday on his birthday. And we had invited a few friends, but we didn't tell him that we were inviting friends. And so he didn't have a clue what was going on. So that was exciting. So basically, he had been talking about having prime rib. That was like all he kept talking about. For his birthday, he wanted prime rib. And there were a few places that we could have chosen from. And so we ended up deciding on a restaurant that used to be a church. And so we went there for his birthday. But what he didn't know that there were going to be it started out to be about 20 of us, and it ended up being, I think we had a total of 17 people who came to celebrate his birthday.
Hey Uncle Marcus, I just wanted to say happy birthday. I hope you've had an amazing day and it's been the best birthday yet. I love you and I miss you. Bye.
Happy birthday, Uncle Marcus. I'm on my way to exam, but wish I was there.
My oldest daughter picked us up and took us to the restaurant, and everyone was waiting for him when he got there. So he was so excited he didn't even know what to do with himself. he was excited about seeing his friends, but honestly, I think he was more excited about the prime rib than anything else because that's all he had been talking about. So we all had dinner together. They brought him dessert. We sang happy birthday to him. We took a bunch of pictures. And I'm going to be inserting some clips here and there from the wedding weekend and from when he celebrated at church, and also when he celebrated his birthday at the restaurant. And then that following week was when he participated in the Black Men Cook event. And this is the third year that he's done that. And basically it was about 25 men who cooked for 150 people. And what you basically do is you get samples of all of their dishes and you go from table to table and you can choose samples to eat. There was macaroni and cheese, there were meatballs, there was chicken with sweet and sour sauce, there were all different kinds of desserts. So my husband is known for his strawberry cheesecake. And so he was determined he was going to do that again because he had promised them that he would do strawberry cheesecake. But I had been trying to get him to try a different recipe. And the recipe I really wanted him to try was raisin bread pudding. Now, we had gotten the recipe from the one of the restaurants at Disney. And it was Boma's. We had gone there for breakfast when we were at Disney the last time. And the server had told us about this bread pudding that they just had to try. I don't personally eat bread pudding, but my husband and my daughter tried it and they loved it. And after they had finished eating it, the server said, well, do any of you all cook? And my husband says, well, I do desserts sometime. And he said, well, would you like to have the recipe? So he said to him, if you really want it, I can get the recipe from the chef. He said, but I have a little twist that I add to it. And so he came back with the recipe and handed it to my husband. And he said, now, this is some things that I would say to add to it. And I make this all the time and it's really, really good. Well, we brought the recipe home. We never tried it. And I kept saying, Marcus, you have to try this. This might be something different that you could add to what you usually do for the Black Men Cook event. And the Black Men's Cook event is a scholarship. It's an event that they raise money to give scholarships to young students. And they usually have a speaker that comes in that talks to people too about Black History Month. It's always held in the month of February. And so I said, well, due to the fact that it was at Boma at the African resort, this would be perfect for that. So he wasn't too sure about it, but he decided to work on it anyway and add it to his cheesecake recipe. So the night before the event, we drove down to my mom's after he had dialysis on Friday. And my mom doesn't live too far. She lives an hour and a half away from us. So he stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning making 3 cheesecakes and 2 pans of bread pudding. And the next day we went to the event, and you set up and you have your own table with your own little sign and everything.
Third, be a risk taker. Step out of your comfort zone, but sometimes you need to get out of that comfort zone and get in a position that is not so very comfortable because you need to take a stand there. And then fourth, be a leader. Be able to influence others. And as I was going through the first P4 was up there, when I ran into some problems, I actually realized that I was using a lot of that GIRL stuff to make decisions and to do things, which actually kept me moving.
And he, I think he got rid of a lot of his cheesecake because now people kind of know him for his cheesecake. But a lot of people also tried his bread pudding for the first time. And he was kind of hesitant because he wasn't sure himself how good it was going to be because he had never done it before. But from what everyone that I've talked to said, it was really, really good and they really enjoyed it. I had 2 cousins who were liked it so much. They was like, if there's anything left over, can you please make sure that we have some? And so that ended up being a real successful. So I have a feeling that next year he might do the bread pudding recipe. I'm not really sure. So basically that is what we have been up to for the last 3 weeks. And so February got away from me, and before I knew it, it's going to be over with. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to let the month go by without explaining to you guys why I didn't get any videos up. Starting this week though, he will be doing dialysis at home, so I will get an opportunity to do a little bit more videotaping and editing than I have been able to do in the last 3 or 4 months. So I'm excited about that. Some of the first 2 videos are going to be, one is going to be so I'm going to be doing a video about what's in my bag. And usually I would say I would probably do what's in my Disney bag, but I'm going to do a what's in my regular everyday bag that just happens to be a Disney bag. So you have to stay tuned for that. And I'm also debating, I have a video that I have been holding on to that was the socks that I got for Christmas that were Disney socks. I've already filmed it, I've already edited it, I've already uploaded it to YouTube, but I just never released it. So I think I'm going to release that in March. Gosh, it is March, almost March, guys. Like, where have the months gone? And then also I'm going to be doing a review on one of my favorite Disney jewelry companies. So those are the next couple of videos that you will see in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm doing one a week when I can, and if I don't, I just don't. But I just wanted to kind of share what we've been up to. I said that there would be some times when I would do like a vlog style. So like I said, I'm going to insert some videos. So this one was kind of a vlog style. And also I just finished copying most of my trip reports that I have on my blog. And I'm going to start with the very first trip that we ever took as a family to Disney. And so I'm really excited about videotaping that and telling you about the first time we ever went. So I hope you like this video. I hope you stay around and see some of the videos that are going to be coming out. And until I see you the next time, I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.